Hey guys, Flabaliki here today and welcome back to Cities Skylines. Now I thought I'd start this episode off with a little bit of a time lapse because there was a lot I want to do and it was all kind of fairly tedious stuff. So I just added another subway stop into the main subway line there so that I could have a station at the lower portion, because at the moment it went straight up and there was nothing down the bottom. So kind of needed one there. And as you saw, I just added another horizontal subway line going across because I also thought that would be quite useful. Now, the other thing I wanted to do is add, because I checked out where everybody was commuting to, because I wanted to see where all the cars were going, what they were doing, and a lot of them were driving over to a portion of the city, like, the other direction of the city, not going towards the main downtown area. So I thought we need to get some sort of mass transit going in that direction. And I didn't want to expand the subway that way because then our subway network becomes a little bit too big and a little bit, I feel like, unrealistic if it was going to stretch that far. So I decided we'd substitute it for a train line instead. And I'm just doing some terraforming here to make it all sort of line up properly and make it look a little bit like it's actually designed around the landscape a bit more. Yeah, so this this train line is actually going to run, you can see here, up past Cozy District, which I believe I haven't actually named it properly yet. But yeah, so I decided I was going to share the cargo train line here because why not? We already had the train line there, and if I did another line, it really would have just ended up a little bit too messy, really. Like, we would have to squeeze in another train line somewhere or just do ridiculous tunnels all through the mountains. So I thought we just share that cargo line. And I've set all the passenger train stations to be local trains only. So no regional trains can stop at those passenger stations. However, that is a regional cargo line they're on. It's a local cargo line they're on anyway. It doesn't connect to the outside of the map at all. But in case in the future that I wanted to, I don't have to worry about it because all the train stations I've added in will only accept local trains. So we won't get spammed with hundreds and hundreds of regional passenger trains, which seems to happen in this game because of reasons. Now, I was pulling the train line through this little area here, and I thought, you know what? It probably makes sense to have a train station here as well, so that it sort of services this whole area. Then you could transfer from there to the other train line in the city as well. Just walk down the road, get it from there. So it kind of really connects up the entire city because there's actually a bus stop just underneath that train station there, which you could get the bus to the other train line. So that actually works. That actually worked out quite well. So now we have the train line running through here, and then we do a little bit of a tunnel through this section just to get over to the industrial area, because I did notice a few of the people living in that area actually worked all the way over at Saudi Arabia, and that was a really, really long commute when it came to driving. Just the roads didn't make sense to get there because it just wasn't very good. So instead, I decided, let's just build our train line all the way out there, just so they can get the train instead of driving. It gets a bunch of the cars off the road that we don't have to worry about anymore. So I was just really struggling to build a good little branch off there. And then I eventually settled with that. It seemed to work quite well. And just bridge across the river and join those two up. Now, I had a little bit of trouble with the train line here, and you'll actually notice it. It's like, oh, we can't find the route. Like, it couldn't seem to connect. And so what I actually had to do was disconnect part of the train line so there were no different branches on it, just to make it work, because it was like, it doesn't exist. I don't know, it was weird. It was a bit of a glitch that it couldn't find the route. So anyway, in the end, I got it to work by, like I said, just deleting some of the branches and making it, because I think it was trying to go through the cargo train station instead of going around it. Which I imagine passenger trains probably can't go through cargo stations. Or maybe they can. I don't know. Either way, it wasn't working properly, so I got frustrated and just did it separately. And I think I probably cut it out because it was just getting to the point where you didn't need to see it. So here we are back at the newish area. I'm just adding some more pathways in the place here, and just sort of developing around this area a little bit more. And I thought I'd do a little bit of zoning here because I knew it was going to take a bit of time. Don't worry, there's plenty that we do in the actual episode. We'll be jumping into live action soon. But there's a few problems I wanted to solve before I went too much further, such as, the amount of cars we had coming into this area. We only have one exit to the highway, so I wanted to build more highway exits to better direct the traffic to where it needs to go. Because that's one of the really big problems that we have. Now, I also just put in a bus depot that I still haven't actually used. So originally I tried this, and you'll see it fail horribly in a moment, as there's way too many cars there. The problem is there's not even any traffic lights there, but because there's so many people crossing the road there to get to the train station, it slows down the cars massively. And it basically creates the exact same problem we had initially, where the cars just cannot get through. and it just backs up all down the highway. So instead, I decided to see if we could loop around the top portion here, use that sort of 2-lane highway, and had 2 sort of overpasses to connect to the main highway. And this somewhat worked. Not a lot of vehicles use it, but some do. I think it does. Basically, it takes a portion of the traffic off of the main road and sort of takes it around the top. It does work, but not effective enough that it would make a huge difference. So it didn't really work how I wanted it to. Not as well as I was hoping it would anyway, because they all seem to still want to use the main exit. But there I was just trying out doing some one-way roads in that area to redirect where the cars would want to go. And that also did help a little bit. And so it sort of made cars not take the first left, but take the second left. So not everyone was trying to take the same corner or the same turn. And as you saw, I put in a nice big park there around that train station area just to make it look a little bit more leafy and a little bit nicer as well. There is me adding in some bus lane roads, which again, I didn't actually use. And I don't use it in the episode, but yeah, well, sorry about that. Now, I try one last thing to get this to work. So I flip some of the roads around there. And now what I do is add in a couple of highway exits and actually one exit and one entrance. So we have the exit that actually flows down there. Because I thought, well, we need a connection for the lower portion of the sort of city area here. So I did that sort of 1-lane exit, and that actually worked really, really well. It didn't cause any traffic in that area or any bad traffic in that area. And it really alleviated a lot of the bottleneck at the main exit. So, because obviously some residents use that, but then pretty much all the lower area will use that too. And that really actually helped us out hugely helped us out. So that actually worked quite well. And I'm quite happy with that. And I lined it with trees, as you saw, just to make it look a little bit nicer than it would otherwise. But that is pretty much it for this sort of time-lapse section. So we're about to jump into the regular portion of the episode. So I hope you enjoy regular Flabs talking to you instead of post-commentary Flabs. But here we go. Let's get into the episode. Right, so as you saw, there was the time-lapse back in real time now. I thought I would start off the episode like that because there was quite a few things I wanted to do that I knew were going to take a while. Like, that was about an hour of me just mucking around with things. Just mucking around, having a bit of a fun time. Yeah, so as you saw, I put in the train line, and I did a little bit of subway, and we built down here a little bit, so that's cool. Not going to go over it again because I'm sure I just explained it. Yeah, so moving on. We need to... Well, we still got demand for, industrial and commercial, and a little bit of residential again. So we're going to keep developing down the bottom here, I think. So I want to get some more... Actually, you know what? I think I'll do some over here. I need to make that road there more useful, because right now, I was hoping more people would actually use this to sort of hook around. Turns out it didn't work that well, but that's all right. I guess we'll go over this way a bit more. Why don't we just build out this way? We get some normal road. We're going to go like this. And I think I'll just bring this... straight along, maybe about to there. So we'll go to that. We're going to come down a block there. That's going to go through. You know what? That will just go there. I'll leave that little stub of a road. And then that will just join back up to the main road there. Cool. All right. So then we definitely want to get a road coming up this way. I think what we'll do, if we adjust our beautiful palm road, I don't think we'll continue it down that way because it's starting to get... I think we'll start getting a little bit more industrial in that area. So I think what we'll do, we'll actually convert it out to not a 6-lane. Actually, we'll go back to 4-lane. We'll just go grass line, I think. So we're actually going to come out this way a little bit, and it'll sort of head up this way, come up here, and then it'll go like that. So that will join up there. Then what I'm thinking is we have, because I don't know if we need any sort of low-level industrial, but if we did, this could be a good spot to put it, because it kind of looks like it's going to work out quite nicely for that. So I think we'll get a small 4-lane road, and that would come down here, and then, I don't know, just in this area somewhere. So like that, and then this could be filled out with industrial if we ever need it. So just like that, I don't know, just something like this, and maybe about there. And then maybe just a little road there. There you go. So that could be a good industrial area if we need it. So we'll leave that blank for now, but that's where that will go. That's just so... That was really just so I could plan up this area a little bit. Now, I want to make sure that if I build this road, that we don't have people cutting through. I don't think we will. It should be okay. But we'll build it anyway. Because I don't think people will go there and sort of cut down. Because I don't think it makes much sense. You might as well just go up and turn down. But there's only one way to find out. And that's to actually do it and see what happens. Right. So we have a little bit of demand for commercial and offices. So I think what we'll do, we'll fill in a lot of residential there. I think I want to keep this residential. Maybe over here we'll get some offices. So if we go like this. And then sort of just try and roughly mirror that curve. Or I guess echo the curve. That kind of messed up that road a little bit, which is kind of annoying, but oh well. I won't turn that into a four-way intersection. I think I'll get another... actually, no, we'll leave that there. I don't think we'll get any more junctions there just yet. I think we'll leave that. That's probably fine. And yeah, that's good. All right, so let's fill out this area with... this will all be offices along here. I think we're probably going to need to do some pipes and that. So we'll get onto that. I think what I'll do though, so because we got the subway station there, I want to make sure that is useful. And we get in some crosswalk right there. Maybe another one up here somewhere. Just so pedestrians can at least get through it at convenient locations. Now we do have a subway there. These should probably reconverge at some point like they do over that side. But there's still two different lines, but they sort of transfer there. I guess we could turn it into a loop if we wanted. But I don't know that I want to. I think what we'll do... you know what? We'll just leave it like that. And we will actually just use this line and we'll go up. We'll just go up to that station, I think. So we'll sort of come... Okay, well, not like that. Let me redo that. Well, I want to go underneath the road here. So it's sort of like that. Let's roughly sort of follow the road. So it kind of makes a little bit of sense, like they sort of dug it out at the same time as they were building the road. There you go, that will go there. And then this can go to the other side. And if we want to extend that and change it, we can. But for now, this will do. Because there's not too many people using this lower line right now. So you can see the lower line goes all the way down like that. This one just goes straight along. And then we're going to expand out down that way. And as you can see, it's Infinite Island. I think I may have already mentioned that in the sped up portion. I don't know, because I haven't recorded that yet. But I'm going to assume that I did. Right, I want to fill out a little bit of the upper area here as well. So if we go like this, work around like that, up and through, and then I guess that will just join onto that road as well. And we'll remove those power lines as we see fit. Yeah, we're going to need to get some water over here, so we're going to go whoop, whoop. There you go. Nice. And through here as well, just to make sure that is all covered for when we do want to build there. A lot of this is starting to look real patchy down here too. Bit of a patchwork. Bit of a... Okay, I was going to make a really bad joke that wasn't even a joke, so I'm not going to make that. It was just a bad sentence. Oh, it wasn't a bad sentence. It just wasn't funny. Alright, so that should be good. So they'll build in there. That's actually helping them out quite a bit. I think we'll get some commercial along the main road here. There we go. Just like that. So we can probably take these power lines, or at least get rid of that portion of them. Which is good. We can probably actually, yeah, we can get rid of... Oh, actually, no, we can't. But if we connect this down the bottom here like that, we can get rid of these. Which I think will be more useful. Just so we don't have those running down there. So yeah, these are actually all powered along the waterfront, which is a bit weird. I guess I can also get rid of that, that, and that, because those are all the same. That apparently has no road access, I guess because the road's not close enough anymore. So I might actually just move that back a little bit. Maybe about there. I will need to move that, of course. Otherwise we will lose water, which we don't want to do. There you go. So those are all joined up quite nicely. Right, so that should actually work quite well. So we have a few connections down to the lower portion. We obviously have the road down there. We have a little road there. And then we have this sort of larger road. And those both have the sort of highway connection. So hopefully it should be fairly robust. I say that, but it will probably get out of hand. But there's only one way to find out. Now, what are the services like over here? Because I feel like... I think it's probably just we don't have any parks. Because I think the water and the sewage and all that kind of stuff is good. Trash collection is good. Death care is good. Fire department is not so great over here. Maybe we'll get another fire department about there. And that should hopefully cover these guys as well. There you go. So it's making them a little bit happier. So yeah, that will hopefully give them a little bit of a boost. Police department is fine. Education is okay. Yeah, so I think it's probably just we need some more parks and all that. Yeah, we do. So let's get out one of these. We might be able to, if we're lucky, yeah, we can fit that in here. I'll put it. Can I fit in one of these? Because that would actually be quite good. I'll put it there. And then we can get out this little... Can I... Oh, yes. That does go there. Sweet. Alright, so then I also... Okay, well, I don't know why I'm getting tutorials in this game. They've decided to come back again. I'm going to put some little crosswalks here and there. There you go. One there. I will get one in the middle of the road there too. Why not? So I'm going to get one there. Cool. I don't know if I want to do a walkway, like a pathway all the way through. I don't think so. That should be fine. Oh, yeah. I did actually initially plan on putting a bus route in here, but I don't know if there's much point. I guess there would be, because a lot of this area... Because obviously with the subway line running along the main road, we could probably get bus routes in here somewhere. But as far as traffic goes, we seem to have managed it fairly well at this point, because I actually have traffic lights here now. I never used to be able to have traffic lights there. If I had traffic lights, the traffic would be all down the highway and be backed up forever. But I think with the additional highway connections, it seems to have actually made that run a little bit smoother, which is quite good. And also, of course, the train line as well seems to be helping, so they can, you know, get public transport across the entire city now, which is good. So there's multiple ways to go. Now, there is more demand. Right, so what do you guys want to be upgraded? You want just more services, which I think is probably just going to be parks, because by the looks of it, that's what you're lacking. So let's see if we can just get like a, what about just a tennis court? Get a bit of a Zeus's tennis court in here. But by the fire department. Bit of fun. There you go. That should make them quite happy. There you go. They love it. They absolutely love that. So that should give them... So actually, yeah, in regards to the whole job situation, I still don't... So I now... And it makes sense now that it's explained, is that that's just the total number of jobs in the city, not the jobs available. That's really confusing wording, because it... To me, saying jobs available sounds like that's how many jobs are currently free. Not how many jobs there are in total. It should say total jobs and then people employed. Like, that would make more sense to me. I don't know if that's just me, but I don't, like, once you guys explained it to me, it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot more sense than what I thought was happening. But still, I don't know, it's kind of weird. I feel like that should say total jobs, not jobs available. But anyway, we still have 7% unemployment though, even though we have a lot of available jobs, which says to me that there's some jobs that we're not filling. Like, there's some niches of people that we're not filling, like they can't work anywhere, but I don't seem to see any, like, I'm looking out for any sort of, you know, those symbols that are saying, oh, there's something really, really wrong. Like, I don't know what jobs we need. Do I need more lower industry jobs, or do I need more office jobs? Maybe more office jobs, because I don't think we have a huge amount of office jobs. Like, we have some there and around the place, but I think because we've probably got a highly educated population, we don't have, like, enough office work. That's my complete guess, and I do not know. But that's what I'm going to guess, and that's what I'm going to go with. So I'm just going to fill in this whole area with offices all up there. It's getting a little bit hilly at this point, so probably don't want to be building up there too much. But we'll go all around here like this. There you go. And there's more commercial, so I might actually go down this main road here. Of course, this will be a beautiful road. Yeah, we'll go high density all down that road. Why not? And then we'll fill out around that once we've got a good base. Now down the bottom, we probably also want to have commercial all along this road, like that. And we might as well just let's join it up. There you go. Let's just cover this whole road, and then we'll build around it. There you go, and a little bit there. All right, so that should cover that whole area. Now, there's a little bit of residential, so I think I'm actually going to put residential in here because I'm sure people would like to live near the water, and I also wanted to do it here too, to be honest. These might be huge buildings, but that's good because I don't particularly want giant skyscrapers right here. Get rid of that one. You probably don't want to live under the highway, so... Anyway, we'll leave that for now because we don't have a huge demand for anything right now, actually, so... We'll see how we go. So let's have a look at let's just go through everything I have. Your power is good. Water and sewage is good. Garbage treatment is good. Education. Plenty of elementary, plenty of high schools, plenty of university. Although these people seem to be complaining about no coverage. Even though they could, you know, just commute over there. Which I don't know if they do. I imagine they commute to university if they want to go. But I have no idea. Where am I? I was up to education. So happiness. commercial happiness is only 74%. Commercial isn't too happy. Unfortunately, it does not tell me why, so I don't know. Right, healthcare availability is great, and that's all good. Health average 78%. This is our levels. I mean, this is confusing. I don't really know what I'm looking at here. So level 5. Okay, level. Yeah, sure. Yeah, cool. Wind. I don't really care about. Traffic. Oh yeah, do we have any huge traffic problems anywhere? That's not a huge problem. I have taken note of that around the industrial area, but that's fine. All of this is flowing. Like, while there is traffic there, as you can see, it does actually get going. The main problem is actually, I just noticed, is people actually pulling over. That actually seems to be the biggest problem. Like, if that wasn't pulling over, and that also pulled over. That seems to be the biggest problem, is people just pulling over. Because we have people going straight on, jump in that lane there. I wonder if we can, if we bump that up to 4-lane one way, give them that additional lane. That means people going left will hopefully jump in the left lane. Anyone going forward will be in the middle two, rather than the other way. I'll actually upgrade that entire road. So hopefully we don't have... So then hopefully people pulling over are not blocking people going straight on. Because that actually seemed to be a little bit of a problem there. But that seems to be... Here comes these guys. Oh, look at all the people walking around here. 500 people using that. We have 400 people using the train station. Oh, I mean, I love seeing the cities come to life in this game. Just seeing people like commute everywhere. So cool. That seems better. I mean, they just seem to be stuck here now. Which I think I might put some traffic lights there, to be honest. We'll see what that does. Because that means, I imagine that will eventually stop these guys, so then they can go. Yeah, there you go. That may have made it worse. Or maybe it made it better. I don't know. There you go. It's just because there's so many people trying to cross the road as well. Like, that's not helping us out. I mean, it seems... we'll come back to that. We'll keep an eye on that. Anyway, let's keep looking through at traffic. I want to see if there's any other huge issues anywhere. That's okay. That's just red, just saying there's heavy traffic. Not that it's bad. Yeah, this is still a thing that I never really went back to, but we'll leave that alone. Got a few main roads with heavy traffic to be expected, but nothing that's cropped up as a result of something I did over here. Like, this is actually surprisingly good. For such a high-density area, this is actually pretty good in terms of traffic. I think the worst spot in our city right now is here, but even that is not too... Okay, well, I say it's not too bad. That's actually the worst I've ever seen it, so... I say, oh, it's not too bad, but it appears to be... That is probably the worst I've ever seen that. And it appears to be you guys trying to merge into that lane, and also you. Seems that... well, not everyone. Seems that a lot of people want to go straight over there. What if you could do traffic lights on that? If that will stop... Or if they both go... Do they, oh, no, so they go. And then you guys go. That's probably going to make things worse. Yeah, I don't know. But I've never actually seen it that bad. That's the first time that I've seen that section backed up. You know what? We'll leave that. We'll come back to that. Because in that time that I've been rambling, we have a bit more demand. So that's good. Now, let's go... so I want more residential. I want this area to be residential, regardless. I think that'll be residential as well, and that. And then these two areas can be offices, and that as well. So then we've got this sort of little road that goes over. I think I don't really want to zone that road besides the crematoriums. Might change that though. Over here we can definitely zone some stuff. We got some. Well, we got a lot of demand for offices, so let's build some more. Well, demand for industry, which I'm just going to assume is offices because I don't think we have enough of those jobs. So we shall. I don't know if I want to put them out there. Go up to that point. Yeah, I don't know if I want to put them out here. I kind of want this to be residential around there. I think that'd be kind of cool. Alright, so... That's okay. So yeah, we have a little bit of demand, but I think we're doing pretty well. Alright, where were we up to? We'll look... pollution. We shouldn't have any. We have 1%, and that's there. A little bit there. A little bit of ground pollution from the industrial, but that's to be expected. But water pollution is none because I guess with the Eden Project thing, so that's good. Now, sound pollution. That's going to be interesting. The city is very loud. I mean, to be expected. Airport, incredibly loud. This is a nice little quiet area, though, with all those trees. Now, I did put sound barriers on these highways. The reason I didn't have them is because they were 4-lane highways originally, because... that's just what they were. And 4-lane highways don't have sound barriers, or at least Network Extensions has not done that. Main road, nice and loud, to be expected, but a lot of the residential area is actually fairly quiet, which is quite nice. And all in there is the residential too, so that actually seems to be fairly quiet, except for these people here. Yeah, because I mean, to be fair, you live in a loud area. You knew going in you're living next to a train station, so, you know, that's your own fault. Let's see. Let us see. Nice and loud over in Flabaliki and MILF flats in the logging industry. Then the residential, really quiet. You wouldn't think it'd be this quiet, like that close to all that stuff. It was actually kind of interesting to see. So, I don't know if I've actually mentioned this before, but I got a mod a while ago that was... that allows you to control whether train stations accept local or regional traffic. So on this train line here, which is actually joined to my cargo network, all these only accept local trains. And I think this is a local train network anyway. But I did that anyway, just in case I wanted to connect it to the regional line. So it's kind of interesting to seeing the sort of freight trains sharing this line along with the passenger trains, because I figured we may as well borrow the lines instead of trying to build a whole new line, because it just gets a little bit more messy. So we definitely shared those, and it seems to be working quite well anyway. People are definitely using it. Are people getting off here? There's a few people getting off here. I guess they're coming off to go to work there, so it's quite good. There's really not a lot of stuff here. I mean, there's a few little logging industry places there, but not a whole lot. Does that really need to be a traffic light there? I guess people are definitely using that, so maybe I will leave it. Alright, so I've got a lot of commercial demand, which I think I want to fill out this little area with. I don't know why that didn't zone fully, but it's kind of annoying, but whatever. So all through here. Now, actually, we probably need to... Actually, no, because we've got a load. I was going to say we probably need to level up some of these areas, but I don't think we actually do, because they've all got those things right near them. But I'll do that anyway. Get a little plaza in there, why not? There you go, so all of that. People seem to like to come down this main road there and cut across, which is fair enough. I think what I'll do is we'll actually continue this main road across to there. So then you have that sort of main road flow straight on through as well. And then we can fill in this intersection here with a little bit of that. And then a little bit of a road up to that point there. And then I think I will smash that through there. And then oh, whoops, I won't do that. I think I'll join it there. Yeah, that'll be fine. So I've got a little bit more residential demand too. It seems that people want to move in all of a sudden. Hey! Yeah, so over here actually is where I wanted to put some residential, because I thought it was quite cool. So I'll go out here. All of this area is basically going to be residential. There you go, guys. I think you get pretty good views out there. Well, to be fair, pretty good views of what? The industrial shipping harbour. Well, you know. I mean, you can't all have premium real estate. I do my best. I mean, it's still quite nice. Like, I mean, if you look that way, it's kind of cool. That way's not so nice. I also still need it. We never really did this area over here. I kind of built it, and then I never really did anything with it. We've got this huge, like, train yard area, but nothing really. Oh, Jesus. All right, so that didn't see. See, I don't understand, like, where that issue has come from, because... So, I mean, they're purely just merging. Like, there's maybe one or two people that are going across to the other way, but most people are all using that road there, right? So why is it that it's causing such issues? Because that is now the bottleneck of everything. And it's going all down there. I don't know. Everything was running fine. Everything was running beautifully. And all of a sudden, gone. No longer any good. You're screwed, mate. Oh, dear. I mean, the only thing I can think of is if we just make this a continuous flow onto that road. So then these guys never slow down. It's these guys that are merging that have the slowdown. Because everything else seems fine. It's just that we have just a little too much. It's just a tiny too much traffic. Because obviously this area here, where there's a bit of traffic coming from both areas, it's not bad. Like, it's just enough traffic that it sort of all merges fine. But it's just the fact that you put on your brake. This is how traffic works in real life, by the way, in case you didn't know. It's when people merge, and they merge too bloody slowly. Oh my god, look how much traffic is going in that tunnel. That tunnel is going to be backed up all the way through in a minute. When people don't merge properly, they cause issues, and they're just being annoying. I wonder, hang on, let's have a look at this. How much of this traffic is going down there? Not a lot, but I was wondering if maybe if we do a direct exit from here. So we just remove that industrial traffic from this area. So if we even go from here, maybe I'll go across. I don't want to connect it there though, do I? Maybe. I don't know. Like for sake of testing, let's just connect it there. And then I think I'll actually. Okay, I'll do it like that. I'll turn that into a 1 lane. Because then it's like those 2 lanes split off essentially. So let's see what happens with that. Let's see if that changes anything and see if we get some. And then I can always make that look a little bit nicer. So we have some people going down here now. Admittedly, not a whole lot. And the main problem is still that merging point there. Kind of got to wait for that to clear out. If it ever does, it very well may not clear out. But that'll have to wait. Oh, Jesus. It still hasn't backed out of the tunnel though, so that's a good sign. That'll have to wait for next time. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time and have an awesome day.